Happy Monday to everybody in the YouTube world. This is like my first movie review, so bear with me. And let's get into this 1001 movie starring Teyana Taylor. So let me start off and say this. I like the movie. I give the rating a little later, toward the end of this review, but it's different and different in a way where, like, the storyline is unique. I don't want to give spoilers, but I might do that on accident, just to let y'all know. So if you haven't seen the movie, I think you shouldn't watch this. I may spoil it for you, but not on purpose. But back to what I was saying, the storyline is unique because, well, let me say this. At first I thought it was just about a single mother going through the struggle, and with her man and with her son, and I was like, I'm not feeling that. I'm not trying to watch it. That's not the vibe. I'm not trying to watch that. But something told me, Chef Lil P, you should, you're not really doing anything, on Friday, what I'm saying, afternoon, just go check it out, see for yourself. So I did just that, and I'm glad, that I did, because it's a good movie. And Teyana Taylor, she did her thing. Teyana Taylor's giving me every woman vibes. Like, she did her thing in the I'm sorry, because I'm kind of distracted, from all the traffic out here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna get to it. But she gave me every woman vibes because she did her thing in music. Of course, she didn't, reach high R&B, status, like Rihanna or Beyonce type status, but she had a decent, music career. And then now she trying to, break through, into movies. And I'm pretty sure she did this role to show her range, to let the powers, that be in Hollywood, that she just not just some sexy, woman that can just play just that role and dance and look all sexy and cute. Like, she has talent. And she's showing that. She's clearly showing. Yeah, I give it up to her, she really did, her thing in this movie. And yeah. Some people, let's get into, some of the things that, some people didn't. I read some things on social media that people didn't like about the movie. Oh, it's too slow, bad acting, the ending, wasn't good. Now, the ending, yeah, it raised a lot of questions. So I didn't really like too much of the ending as well. But for it to be a slow movie, I feel like it was still good because the storyline was unique. It kept me, watching. I didn't fall asleep, because usually, a slow movie will have you like, in the movie theater going to sleep, and then you wake up and you're like, man, I waste my fucking money. I don't mean to say a cuss on here, but I'm just saying, like, you feel like you waste your money because you slept through the movie, But I didn't do that. So because like I said, the storyline was captivating. It was unique, and to me, it makes you wonder, like, how many, in that, which is Teyana's Taylor character, and then how many Terrys out there, I don't know the actor name that plays him, but the two main characters, Inez and Terry, the whole storyline, the whole movie evolves around them. And then the husband slash stepdad, Lucky, he plays a part, a big part in the movie as well. And it just makes you wonder, like, how many people out there that's going through that, that's in the system, don't have, man, I'm trying not to spoil the movie, but who's basically just in the system and it's just going through it because they just so happen to be born in the system. And I'm so glad that they made this movie. I'm glad that that they did, because we need something from, I can't, let me just speak for me. I need something different other than going to the movies only to see an action-packed movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to see another Marvel superhero, $1 billion budget, big name actor, movie. Like, sometimes you need, to go to movies and watch something that actually, the art is, is imitating life. And hold on. All right, I'm back. Parking in New York can get a little crazy. If you know, you know. But anyway, I'm here again. So, what I was saying, the movie was imitating, a real life experience. And that's what I didn't know I was in the mood for, until I started, watching it. And I was like, okay, this is good. This is, I think, and I'm about to sit here and go on a little tangent, but I think there's more movies that need to be made like this. And I know 1001 is kind of like a little black version of Lifetime. It's sort of like that, but to me, when I was growing up, I know my mom would watch Lifetime, movies and whatnot, like it wasn't nothing. And for me, I wasn't into that. I was not into that. But now, what I'm saying, there may be a new genre, of films, I may, somebody tell me what kind of, genre that 1001 is in, please, like. But leave a comment on below. As a matter of fact, leave a comment in general how you, thought about, this movie, because, I want to know. But yeah, it's, I feel like there's should be more movies like this that, that should be made. And that's, it don't have to be, somber and kind of sad like 1001 was, but it could be something that's kind of like a Friday, where they got some comedy to it, but there's there's some real life stuff going on, in the movie. It could be something like that. What I'm saying? I think it's, it needs to get back into that. We need some humanity in these films, to set the mood. What I'm saying? Especially when we trying to live life after COVID. We need more humanity in films. I don't want to see him make this review, too long, because I really don't have too much to say. Another thing people talking about like the acting, you know, the acting wasn't good. Okay, here's my thing. Teyana Taylor is not, you know, she's not no Angela Bassett or Cicely Tyson. You're not going to get that level of acting, you know, yet from her. You know what I'm saying? But from what I saw, if she keeps, you know, working on her craft, and she's only going to get better, and she's going to get there. You know, she's going to get there. But to me, I don't think she did, you know, bad. I don't think her acting was bad. And as far as the other, you know, actors and their characters, I think they played them, you know, well. I don't think the acting was bad, you know, in this movie. So I don't know. Some people may, you know, have a different opinion, and that's all right. But I didn't see it. And then, yeah, for the ending, oh, man, I think they're either gonna do a part 2 of this movie or do a series. If that's the case, that's cool. That's fine. But the ending, yeah, you know, the ending is gonna affect, you know, my rating, which I'm about to, you know, give, you know, in a bit here, because yeah, they could, it just have you wondering, like, it's not in a good way, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now, y'all could have done a little better type of ending. But if you in the mood, you know what I'm saying, for a movie that will, you know, that has a story that's about a real life experience, and you don't mind sitting through a slow movie, you know, and you like Teyana Taylor, I think you should go see this movie. You know, I mean, I think if you in the mood for that, like, yeah, like, go see it. But my rating, I give it, man, I give it an 8. I give it an 8 out of 10. It would have been a 9 out of 10 if that ending would have been on point. But I give it an 8. And this and they going hard on the marketing, you know what I'm saying? It's I don't know how you can miss it, because it's all over social media and YouTube. At least, you know what I'm saying, on my you know, on my, you know, social media, like, you know what I'm saying, on my feed, it's constantly going. So they doing their thing, you know, on the marketing, you know what I'm saying, which is a good thing, because it's not a negative. There's some negative things in this movie, but it's not a movie that's trying to promote an agenda, quote unquote. Because, you know, some of these movies nowadays, they trying to promote a little something on the low. I don't think this movie is doing that. And it's just, and also, let me get into it. I like the fact that it goes from like it's like a timeline. It goes from the 90s to the 2000s, and it shows like how, you know, and you can see it just how, like, how New York was in the 90s in Harlem, because that's where, you know, the movie takes place. And you can see, like, you know, how, like, you know, with the Teyana, you know, her character in that, like her fashion, you know what I'm saying, with the all jean jacket in the short outfit, you know, like, I mean, I like some of the 90s you know, fashion she had in there. Is, you know, it was cool, especially the jean, you know, jacket and the jean shorts. And like that's like, that was like, okay, and you know, I like that. And then, you know, as it progressed to, you know, the 2000s, is I like that, because it shows how life can, you know, go on, and things still don't get no better, bruh. That's the thing, you know. In this movie, like, it's just real, because the ending is not the typical happy ending. You know, that should, I know, you know, it's for those who didn't see the movie. You know what I mean? I just gave a little tidbit right there. But the movie is didn't really have a really good happy, you know, ending. And you know what I'm saying, because it was really trying to show how life can be, you know what I'm saying, for people that go, you know, what Inez and Tara, you know, go through. You know, and sometimes it's not even like, you know, the situation, you know, the experience that Inez and Terry went through. It's you don't have to go through what they went through. It's like, sometimes that's how life can be for a lot of people. Like 10 years, 20 years went, you know, have gone by, and they still not progressing. Things are still not getting better, you know. Some people, they still broke, still in the hood, still same old, dead end job. And it's, I also want to say, like, there's some things that I could relate to in the movie, like when Terry, you know, had to be home by herself, like practically all day, while Inez was at work. I mean, I can relate to that, because I have been at home pretty much all, you know, all day while my mom had to, you know, go to work. The struggle is real. It's still real for a lot of people. And Inez and Terry, you know, they was living in New York. Their situation, you know, is happening all around the country. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying? It happens all around the country. And if you ever, you know, if you're black and you ever, like, live in the hood and go and ever had to live through, you know, some type of struggle, you're going to relate to some of these experiences, you know what I'm saying, in the movie. You know, so you may not, you know, relate to Inez and Terry, you know, situation in general, but not having a, you know, a place to stay, how many people can relate to that? There's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Having problems with, you know, your family. You know, some of your family members don't like you. Everybody can relate to that. What else? Being raised by a single mom. Not that. If you watch a movie, it's you would think that, you know, it's like a single mom thing going on, but it's not. You know, try not to spoil it. But yeah. Let me you know, cut this short. I give it an 8 out of 10. And I do recommend, you know, you should watch this movie. You should go see it. And yeah, that's that. This is, you know, my first movie review. So leave a comment below, you know, what you think about the movie and how you know, think about, you know, my review, you know, or whatever. And yeah, till next time, peace. I'm out. Snack Time ENT.